introduce an exceptional talent. This is Tony Vasquez. Okay, he comes from a culinary dynasty. Isabel Zamor, Sombreros, Ponchos. Cody is 12 years old. But he's not just a talented culinarian. Let's talk about some of his creds. Cody was one of the winners of the Healthy Lunchtime Challenge from the White House. Was flown to DC and cooked with the First Lady. It's a rare honor. In addition, I heard a slight rumor that you might want to check for his face on the Food Network in the spring. You did not hear that from me. Extremely young talent. We're very glad to have him. Cody, I'm going to work with you on this one, but it's your show, Chef.
Okay.
Let's hear it one more time.
Ever since I was younger, I loved to cook. My brother and my sister always played sports like basketball or baseball, and I didn't really like that. So one Sunday, I went to my pop-up's house, and he always cooks every Sunday, and I wanted to try it. And after I tried it, I really liked it. So every Sunday after that, I came over and cooked with him, and I kind of grown to like cooking a lot more after that. So when I got to the White House, we went to the Smithsonian right after I got off the plane, and there was a Julia Childs exhibit, and it was her actual kitchen there, and we got to see all the old kids' dishes. They were posted in the Smithsonian, and now my dish is posted in the Smithsonian. I submitted my shrimp tacos with watermelon and jicama salad over this summer to the Healthy Lunchtime Challenge, and they narrowed it down to 3 kids per state, and they made those kids' dishes in the White House, and out of those 3 kids, they chose me for my dish. Ever since the Obamas got into the White House, President Obama was elected, I wanted to meet Michelle Obama because I love cooking healthy, and she really likes cooking healthy and getting kids not to eat junk food and get active, and I really like that. Right after we got back from the Smithsonian, we got all settled in and went to the White House the next day. And we had to go through tons of security, like dogs sniffing us, and there was a bunch of different security men having to pat us down, and we had to go through a metal detector, just like in the airport. And then once we got into the White House, we started the tour, and every corner, everywhere you look, there was Navy SEALs, just to make sure you didn't do anything funny. Before any other kid got to meet Michelle Obama, I got to meet her because I was preparing the dishes. And when I was preparing the dishes, Al Roker with the Today Show was there, and he filmed me making the dishes there. Right after the Today Show, we went out and there was a big cocktail party, and we had different drinks like strawberry juice mixed with soda water, and a lot of healthy drinks that tasted like something that would have a lot of calories. After the cocktail hour, it was finally the kids' state dinner, and we went in, and I was super excited to try all the other kids' foods and be able to meet a bunch of the other kids. Michelle Obama had a surprise speech there, and she talked about paying it forward. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more after my demo. And she also talked about getting kids to eat healthier and try to pay it forward. And then Barack Obama did a surprise speech. We didn't even know he was going to do it. And he talked about he loves eating healthy, and he loves people getting food from the garden or a local farmer's market and cooking that. And then after the president had his speech, we got a surprise visit from the Broadway performance, The Lion King. And they did a huge performance right in front of us, and I was super excited. So where I learned the shrimp tacos with watermelon and jicama salad, one time I went to the Gilbert Farmers Market, the farmers market right near us, and they had a giant watermelon like this size, and I asked my mom if I could get it, and she said you can get it only if you like use it up, because she didn't want it to go to waste. So I started just eating it plain, and then I did smoothies and popsicles, but I wanted something that filled you up a little bit more, so I made my watermelon jicama salad, and then because I wanted to put it onto the healthy website, I tried to incorporate a little bit more protein, and since shrimp was a lean protein, I made the shrimp tacos. Okay, so now I'm gonna make the jicama salad. So first you need watermelon, and you're gonna cut it into slices like this size, and then you're gonna put those all in a pan. And this was the watermelon. I wanted to use the watermelon from the farmer's market, so since it was so huge, I made this dish like 4 times within that watermelon. So it was really great, and then I learned it a little bit more the more I made it. So I kind of added more stuff to make it. I added the jicama so that it wasn't just watermelon, the whole salad. So then you cut up the watermelon, and then this is what jicama is. It's white, and on the outside, it looks brown, and it's like this tan color, and it kind of looks really ugly. And so I wanted to use that, so I took it, and I cut it the same size as the watermelon, so that you get even bites inside of it. And then once you cut up the jicama and the watermelon, you gotta squeeze some lime inside of there. And that's kind of a Mexican flavor, and I like adding that in a lot of my Mexican dishes. So it's 1 whole lime. And I have a big family, so I usually double the recipe. So I use 2 limes and a lot more watermelon. Then once you add the lime juice inside of the salad, you're gonna want to chop up some cilantro.
Cody, would you say that the jicama adds a different kind of crunch than the watermelon does?
Yeah, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more crunchy, but it absorbs a lot of the flavor. It doesn't really have that much flavor on its own, so it's good to mix with a sweet or spicy, which I'm gonna add. And then once you add the cilantro into it, you're gonna add half a jalapeno, and I like spice, so I usually use all of the jalapeno, but it matters how much you like spice. Some people add a little bit less, but I like it.
Cody, do you include the seeds when you get the jalapeno in there?
Yeah, I clear the seeds, but I usually scrape them out on the cutting board, and it's fine if I get a little bit in there because I really like the taste of the spice. So then you're gonna add the jalapenos in, and then after you add that, you just add a little bit of kosher salt, sea salt, and then mix it together. I'm gonna add a little bit more cilantro because I like that flavor. But some people don't like cilantro, and I have to disagree with them because I really like cilantro. So here's the jicama salad, watermelon jicama salad, and right now I'm gonna make the protein part, which is my shrimp tacos. So you're gonna take shrimp that's already teaspoon of chili powder and a teaspoon of cumin. And then you're gonna mix that together and let it marinate together just for a little bit. Just toss it around. And then you're gonna turn on the pan. And shrimp it barely even takes any time to cook. So you're gonna wait till the pan gets heated up, and you're gonna add a little bit of olive oil to the bottom of the pan so it doesn't stick. And then when you add the shrimp, you don't wanna pour it all in because you wanna get a sear on the shrimp. You don't wanna have all the liquids that you put in already. So you're gonna take the shrimp and put it inside the hot oil. Make sure you strain out all the juices.
That's smelling really good. I'm lucky to be right here on stage. I can smell it coming right up. Very nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna let those cook a little bit. And I wanted on top of the tacos a little bit of a sweet and spicy little like cool Greek yogurt. And usually people use mayo inside of it, but I like using Greek yogurt because it's healthier and you don't really miss the mayo when you add Greek yogurt. And then again, I like the spice, so I add a tablespoon of whole canned jalapenos and then a tablespoon of their juice. And then I mix it together until the jalapenos are really small. And once it comes out, it looks like this, and the jalapenos are really small. My shrimp are starting to cook, so I'm gonna just turn them one by one.
So Cody, between the flavoring in the shrimp and then even the flavoring in the yogurt, got a lot of different layers of flavor going on.
Yeah, and it's really nice because the Greek yogurt spread that you put on top is sweet but spicy also, so it cools it down with the Greek yogurt, but it kind of gives you an extra kick of spice.
Nice.
And since I didn't add juice, usually the juice from the shrimp comes out into the dish. So right now, it has a little bit of juice in the pan, and so they're cooking evenly and getting extra tender. Okay, so my shrimp are done now, and I'm gonna take my platter, and I usually just smear a little bit of my cream cheese spread on top of it. So that it has an even coat, so when you bite into it, there's parts of the Greek yogurt spread all over it. And then a little bit more on the second tortilla. And I usually use white corn tortillas because I like the flavor a little bit more, and I like the color when you have the salsa and the shrimp inside of it, and the yellow won't take over it since it's a white corn tortilla. And then once you put all the Greek yogurt spread, you're gonna take some of your shrimp, and I usually put 3 pieces of the shrimp on the taco. Okay, and then after you do that, you're gonna take some red cabbage, and it's nice and crunchy, so it adds a little bit of crunch to the top of the tacos too. So you're gonna just shred a little bit of that and add it to the top of this. And then we have the Greek yogurt dip already on it, but I like to add avocado because it's very creamy and it goes really nice with the shrimp. I try to find, when I'm making this, the ripest avocados so that they kind of just cream into the tacos and you don't really know they're there. You think it's just a little bit of mayonnaise or something that is extra creamy. So I usually just add 2 pieces of avocado on the top. And then you top with your favorite salsa. And my favorite is the mango salsa because it's sweet but also spicy. So you're gonna take a little bit of that and put that over the top. And there's the tacos. And then I'm gonna plate the watermelon jicama salad on top of that. And these go really nice together because it's a sweet salad and then a spicy taco. So I really like these 2 together.
Cody, I got a great view from here. If it's impossible without ruining your presentation, if you could just tilt that a little bit towards the audience so they can see. Very nice.
And then at the end of all my dishes, I usually like adding a little bit of fresh herbs at the end so that it adds a little bit more color and a little extra taste at the end to top it all off. So I put a little bit on the salad and a little bit on the tacos.
Exceptional. I am sure there are some questions. Does anyone have a question for Cody?